Hello, and welcome to episode 175 of Anime and Us. I'm DJ.
And I'm Shawn.
And this is the review show that reviews anime from A to Z, sort of.
So, we watched Waiting in the Summer. It's a 2012 Japanese show, anime. Animated by JC Staff, blah, 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 blah. Directed by Tatsuyuki Nagi. 12 episodes.
Sure was.
It could have been a lot less. But not in the sense of they just stretched a lot of things out, kind of unneededly.
I mean, it's a slice of life. That's what slice of lives are. That's fine for this genre, but
you could have had it stretched out at 8 episodes.
Sure, that's true. But before we go even further, what's the premise of this one, Shawn?
An alien girl who's hot and must apparently also be a teenager for this to not be
weird,
gross, is in her ship by herself, traveling through the cosmos looking for Earth because she is trying to get to a place she's been before.
No.
Or a place that's in her memory.
Yes. Which doesn't make any sense.
As she runs into an asteroid belt, gets damaged, crash lands on Earth,
wow,
and nearly kills Kaito. I watched almost everything this morning.
Oh, okay.
I would have watched it yesterday if we were doing it yesterday, but plans changed and we did it today. Nearly killed him, so in order for him to live, she had to transfer her nano machine and cells. She calls them nano machines at times, she calls them cells at times. Yes. I don't know what's supposed to make sense there. But in order for her to do that, the best way to do it is by kissing.
Yes. Stupid.
And there we go. That's the plot.
But we watched the first episode 2 weeks ago. I'm surprised you remember that.
Well, they recapped it a tiny bit a couple times. For instance, I think the episode they actually get together, which is episode 9, I think.
Uh-huh.
They kiss, and he's like, wow, my first kiss. And she's like, well, it's actually my 4th. And he's like, what? And then she's like, yeah, but they were all with you at this time, and this time, and this time. You don't remember. So, that kind of recaps things a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't like this anime.
Neither did I.
I particularly didn't like the main character.
I particularly didn't like the unneeded use of sex and flashy, not sex as in we're having sex appeal. Tits and ass, and I'm sliding you a condom, and it's just I'm not 14.
That's true, but I thought that character was the best character in the anime.
Oh, the girl sliding, yeah, she was. I'm not saying I didn't like the character, I'm saying I don't like the use of these tropes.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand. I didn't like it was a pentatriangle?
So it really wasn't a triangle, because a triangle means you have 3 people all in love with another person in the triangle. This was a bunch of people, and it's really more like single lines going in certain directions. There really was never a triangle.
Okay, because they didn't connect.
Yeah,
but,
this never really connected.
But there were 5 people, each one of them was in love with another person who was in love with another person, yes. Except for the main 2 characters.
The main 2 characters are the only ones that care about each other.
Yeah, and it's stupid. This was...
I mean, this definitely happens in friend groups. It's just too much. You should have done it once, maybe twice more than the main character and his love interest. Not 5 times.
Right. Not everyone in the group's going to be in love with each other, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And...
Especially when there's only 2 guys in the group.
Right.
It's built up to be a harem. There's more women than guys in this group.
Right. And the main characters, every woman's in love with the main character except for one who's in love with the side male character. And it's stupid. It felt harem-y. And it was and he's supposed to be he's not even your typical main character.
He's not super smart. He's not in shape. There's no reason for these people to be liking him.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not cute is a hard way to kind of describe an anime character, but you know what I mean? There's no reason given for this.
And it's not even what you said. He's just bland. I don't know why anybody would be interested in him.
Yeah.
In fact, the only reason why the main character is even involved with him is because she crashed her spaceship into him and felt bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So she crash lands. She needs somewhere to stay because she's looking for this place and her ship's damaged or whatever. She ends up somehow staying at the main character's house alone because their parents are dead or gone. And his older sister is going away for a couple weeks.
Well, was following him, kind of, to make sure he was alright or whatever, and then she revealed that she had nowhere to stay. Well, no, what happened is, he met her earlier, then he was fantasizing about getting her to stay with him, and then he said it out loud, and she's like, oh, I'll stay with you in the real world, because it was a stupid fantasy trope. And then, so she let her stay the night, but then the sister said, oh, I was worried that he wouldn't be able to take care of himself by himself, so it's good that a woman's here. Nothing's going to happen with her here.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Dumb.
And the main character is kind of a dick, honestly, to the other girl who likes him.
Sort of, but when you're a teenager and you're interested in one person, you just don't really care about any. You know, like I
understand that, but there's at one point they're like walking the test of courage thing, and there's a bunch of screaming, and he literally abandons her by herself to go make sure the other girl is all right. He's a dick.
A little bit.
He even...
Don't blame him, he's trying to get some.
And even when the friend's like, yeah, this other girl likes you, he's like, I don't really give a shit. That's on her. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, fair, but still, doesn't make him less of a dick for, being that way. So, it's funny. The romantic slice of life part of this stops at, episode 10. And then it becomes a different anime.
It immediately becomes a different anime.
I was like, when the two main characters got together, because they do it, episode 10, I was like...
There's no time for any kind of progression after that.
Right.
Not being, I'm not trying to say you need to, or anything, but, there's no progression past that.
But,
immediately it's a total shift.
Usually that's a finale.
Yeah, usually they get together. If they get together, it's finale.
Yes.
Usually they don't even get together.
Right. So it's like, okay, we're here, but we still have 2 episodes left, but that's not enough time to do anything, so what are we doing? And then the anime just goes off the rails, and it's like, okay, this is stupid.
It becomes not a mech, but an alien space battle.
Right.
Earlier in the movie they mentioned, because, so we actually skipped past something. The plot keeping everyone together on screen is that they're making a movie. Yeah. They're shooting an amateur movie. Mm-hmm. And in the movie, one character references MIB. He says, I'm Men in Black, and you're an alien, and I'm here to whatever, or protect, whatever it was. And then he dies. And then in the last 2 episodes, the Federation, the Alien Federation's coming together because a distress signal went off, whatever. On top of that, apparently you're not supposed to be talking to Earth because we're dumb. Mm-hmm. We're not technologically advanced, so you have to leave us alone. That actually makes a fair bit of sense. So the, robots, androids or whatever are coming together to take her to safety and probably put her in prison. And that Men in Black show up to actually help out. Apparently that's a real organization. Yeah. And we know Men in Black specifically is a real organization because on the rocket launchers it says MIB.
Yeah, it's the Men in Black. The one girl is a member of the Men in Black.
The girl's husband. I don't think she is.
No, the actual...
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so she's a part of the Men in Black. She's doing all that.
I think she's alluded to be part of it.
At the end, they show her entering the Men in Black.
They show... Oh, right. At the very, very end. I thought you were talking about when she left the group. She was, going to her car and, men in suits were there. And I was like, is it? It feel like it is, but it could just be guys in suits.
Yeah, no.
But at the very end, yes, it was, the actual Men in Black headquarters. She was... And there's aliens and shit. One other thing before I forget. So they cross-reference Men in Black, which is probably illegal. You just stole someone's intellectual property and inserted it into your...
Not really, because Men in Black is an urban myth, so it's kind of free reign.
So that'd be fine if it was just Men in Black, but when you have them specifically in black suits with black sunglasses, when...
No, the black...
One second. What? And then you go to the headquarters, and it looks like the headquarters from the show.
That's true.
It's a little much. You could get away with just the suits.
Yeah, and the glasses, because that's kind of the whole...
That's fine.
That's the thing.
But before I forget, they brought Men in Black in, which is, again, probably a little bit too far. But I'm wondering if they're the same studio that made High School of the Dead, because at one point they go to watch a movie, and the movie is a scene from High School of the Dead.
Yeah, it was when they showed the theater, it said High School of the Dead play, and I think it is, actually.
And while I wonder, I'm not going to look it up.
Yeah, I know. I think it was mentioned somewhere before. So, the whole climax of this at the end there is based on selfish, stupid reasons.
They just want to stay together.
They just want to stay together.
I wouldn't say it's stupid. Selfish, sure.
No,
but you fall in love with someone, you want to stay with them.
But the reason why they're going, because apparently they're looking for this place, and if they can prove why would proving that someone else was here earlier prove that this is...
So, the reasoning is, they're classified as F for whatever that's supposed to mean. But that classification means you can't interact with that planet. But if they find out, so this is what they said, if you can show proof that aliens have visited Earth before, then you are not classification F of it anymore. You can then talk to the humans and, it brings up the classification.
But why
she doesn't have to leave. Why would it? I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense.
Why wouldn't they know that it was already on there because they rescued the previous person that was on there and erased her memories.
Men in Black?
No.
Put on their version? Put their version of Men in Black?
But that would change the classification.
But they chose not to. They didn't want to. Maybe they deemed Earth too early.
No, this is stupid.
That could literally... I mean, it is dumb. They're writing themselves into a hole. But that could be the reason
and
for
then,
it.
like, literally, they're sending help pods to this place for her because... One, she's not supposed to be there. And
two, she crash landed. And then SOS went out.
And then they're treating this like, oh my god, this is the most terrible thing. No, just go back and explain what happened. Yeah, I understand that you might not be able to see it, but you're just making things worse for yourself. You're destroying property. You're going to get sent to freaking jail at this point.
But I guarantee you it doesn't because there's an OVA, and I almost guarantee that in the OVA, she comes back.
Well, I already know that
you watched it.
No, I did not because I didn't know.
Make that point clear.
No. So at the
end of the show, she leaves. The droids come and take her. They found the proof, but it was like a memory. Mm-hmm. The actual proof was gone.
Yes, and now
they're just separated. That's the end of the show.
And I would have loved it if it would stay that way. Like that's fine, good. They don't deserve each other anyway.
That's mean. They can deserve each other.
No, they don't. They don't. They're selfish, idiotic people.
Mildly selfish.
No, literally. They only thought about themselves instead of a whole planet that could be affected by this whole thing. For all we know, contact with our planet will get us destroyed because of it. You don't know what any of this. Anyway, so how I know that she comes back and that this kind of continues is that the sister shows up at the end and says she's got clothes for her, but he's like, she's gone. And at the very, very end, the last scene after the credits, they show her in the outfit in that last scene.
Oh, okay.
So she came back and filled the scene, had the new outfit. So apparently she came back and everything worked out, whatever. I hated this anime.
Oh, I took that as they filmed her in that shirt earlier.
No.
And then she left it as a gift for the sister. That's what I took that as.
No, because the sister specifically came back from Bolivia with that outfit for her.
Uh-huh.
So... Anyway, I didn't like it.
That's it. It's dumb. It's too drawn out. The characters are whiny. The sex appeal's dumb.
But just to go back, when they were on summer vacation, there's this one girl who was pretty much, like, assaulting this one guy throughout the entire thing. Like, she's literally chasing him around and stuff.
And this is something that doesn't make any sense, too, is, like, you're making teenage boys out to not be what teenage boys are. You got a hot girl that's trying to suck your cock. It doesn't matter if you love her or not.
Right.
You're gonna do it. It's just dumb.
That's true. They're not letting the hormones be hormones. Like the other kid that has this other girl in love with him and he's like, doesn't have a girlfriend at all? And I know he's likes another girl, but so? If she's not being there, you go with what you get.
Yeah, I mean, that's real. That's what really happens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It sucks. It's below average. It's a 3.
Yeah, I didn't like it. This is probably the worst slice of life anime we've watched. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I agree with you that it's a 3. I hated it. Apparently people really like it though, from what I saw. But I don't know. I didn't like it.
Alright guys. Next episode.
So here's the thing. We're on X. Well, we covered everything in X. And so we were going to do, a hentai because for X, but there's no frickin' dub one, so we don't do that, and we'll figure something out eventually. So now we're just picking randomly for X.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So apparently Shawn's wife's really excited about this anime.
No, she was like, she saw a scene and was like, oh. And to be fair, I can't, why? Because she showed us that scene. And it was a little funny, but Jesus Christ.
But she said she picks this anime, so we're going to go with this anime. So what is it, Shawn?
Prison School. There was a time when the Hachimitsu Private Academy was revered as an elite all-girls boarding school on the outskirts of Tokyo, but a recent policy revision is allowing boys into the student body. On his first day, Kiyoshi Fujino discovers that he's one of only 5 boys enrolled at the school. Completely overwhelmed by the thousands of girls on campus, the few boys find that their situation is less than ideal. Tags Comedy Ichi.
Those are 2 death tags, too, so...
To be fair, that clip was a little funny. Not as funny as they're trying to make it be, clearly, but It was a little funny.
We're gonna hate it. So, anyway.
Alright guys, next episode.
Prison School. Bye.